Astragalus root is one tonic herb that I feel everybody should know about. It is one of the first tonic herbs that I got into playing around with a long time ago, and I want to share with you many of the benefits and the reasons that kind of motivated me to taking this herb and consuming it on a pretty regular basis. So Astragalus was one of the first herbs that I ever found out to be an adaptogen herb, and I talk a lot about adaptogen herbs here on VitaJang, and if you haven't watched a video before, then I'll just give you a quick explanation about what that means. Basically, most tonic herbs follow a few different characteristics, and one of those characteristics is that they're adaptogen or adaptogenic herbs, which basically mean that they help your body's systems, particularly your hormonal system, immune system, your self-regulating systems, regulate or normalize. So a specific example of this would be that when the body is overly stressed, we sometimes excrete large amounts of stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, and other immune cells because our body feels that it's under threat or being attacked. And when this happens, we can run into issues such as autoimmunity or an overly stimulated immune system or stress system, and that it gives us the experience of excess cortisol in the body, which can lead to problems with our metabolism and our immune system later on, because cortisol can essentially suppress our immune system when it's secreted in the blood for too long. And things can go wrong on the other end too. We can have underactive immune systems and fatigued adrenals if this goes on or is a prolonged stress experience. And so Astragalus is a really great adaptogen herb that helps normalize these systems and specifically helps regulate and balance out our adrenal glands, so our stress response and our immune response. So this is a really great herb, and it's an herb that I personally got into years ago because of these exact specific benefits on lowering not actual stressful situations or particularly lowering stress, but lowering and regulating my body's response to stress. So that way I didn't have a weak immune system and was running into issues of fatigue, which is a very common side effect of experiencing prolonged stress. Now, something a bit more specific to Astragalus, aside from its popular adaptogenic qualities, is the three sort of constituents that are present in this herb that give it its immune modulating benefits, its antiviral benefits, it's an antioxidant, it's anti-inflammatory, and as I said before, it is an immune modulator and an adaptogen, and it is these three specific constituents that give this herb its medicinal properties. And those three constituents that are unique to Astragalus in many tonic herbs are saponins, flavonoids, and polysaccharides. Saponins are responsible for the immunomodulating effects and the adaptogen qualities. So typically the higher the saponins, the higher the adaptability or the adaptogenic-like qualities. And you see this very present in ginseng and in gynostemma. Very high levels of saponins, very potent adaptogenic qualities. Saponins are also really great for regulating our cholesterol levels and bringing down bad cholesterol levels. Next, flavonoids are essentially, they're an antioxidant. They provide antioxidant qualities or properties, which basically mean that it protects our body from oxidative stress. They can cause everything from wrinkles to diabetes. So it's a really great longevity sort of constituent that prevents chronic disease and degeneration from oxidative stress or damage. The polysaccharides are basically complex sugars that feed the healthy gut flora in our body, which promote the immune sort of qualities, and it makes it antiviral, anti-tumorous, anti-cancerous, and anti-inflammatory. And it's these three constituents together that give Astragalus all of its medicinal properties. Now, I want to talk to you though quickly about some of the specific benefits and get into a few of those details, so that way you can become more familiarized with this herb and how it may help you specifically. So one of the traditional uses of Astragalus is its ability to promote immune health. It's a very popular immune tonic and energizing tonic. That's perhaps its most predominant function, is its ability to promote immune function, and of course its energy enhancing qualities because of the adaptogenic-like effects. Now, according to Chinese medicine, our immune system lies within our Qi, which is created in our lungs actually, so through our breath. And so lung health is very essential for good immune health. And Astragalus is a really great immune tonic, as we said, but specifically it helps expel excess dampness, which would be in the modern world looked at as mucus from the lungs. So it's really great at getting rid of excess mucus for the lungs, which is common with people with asthma and people that just have generally low immunity and experience colds often. Another traditional property of Astragalus is its ability to expel excess heat, which in modern times we would call an anti-inflammatory herb. So by expelling excess heat, and a heat accumulation in Chinese medicine basically causes everything from joint pain to ulcers, inflamed bowel disease, and other inflammatory diseases in the body. Now, Astragalus is a really great herb that is rich in, as we said, polysaccharides and saponins that have anti-inflammatory qualities and are really effective for treating all the issues I just said and expelling general excess heat in the body, which could be even seen on an emotional level as frustration and anger. So it can even be regulating or balancing for these sort of fiery emotions. Another wonderful benefit about Astragalus is this ability to regulate our blood sugar and is sort of an anti-diabetic. Really great for anyone with blood sugar imbalances, diabetes, hypo or hyperglycemia, because of his ability to tonify and regulate pancreatic function. So it improves our insulin sensitivity, so that way we are not desensitized to insulin, which is the factor present in people with blood sugar problems. Their body is not sensitive enough to insulin, so they typically have high levels of insulin and blood sugar without even knowing it on a physiological level, or sometimes even a mental level. So this is a really great herb for regulating the blood sugar, bringing back your insulin sensitivity, which would down the line actually improve your hormone function and your energy levels. Astragalus is a really great anti-aging herb because of its high levels of flavonoids, polysaccharides. These are anti-aging like compounds because of their ability to prevent and even reverse oxidative damage done from stress or oxidative stress. And lastly, something unique to Astragalus, but we find very similar in any sort of immune modulating tonic, its ability to promote T helper cells and other immune cells, natural killer cells, is that Astragalus is a really great herb for fighting off viral infections. Now, a common cold or any sort of viral infection are typically not seen as curable. However, the real cure to any viral infection, be it herpes or a common cold, is really just bring up your immune function. And the stronger your immune function is, the more dormant any sort of virus would be. So if you're trying to overcome a common cold, if you're dealing with either stages of herpes or even more advanced sort of viral infections, one of the best things you could do generally is just bring up your immune function. And Astragalus is a really great immunomodulating herb that helps secrete T helper cells, natural killer cells, and other immune cells that would basically improve the strength and the resilience of your immune system and help sort of attack and put viral infections into a dormant state. So these are just a few of the major benefits of Astragalus root. If this herb sounds like it's something that you are interested in and you want to learn a little bit more about it, then just click the link below.